Okay, hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to do just a second little dive in here on choosing actual finance options. This video we're going to really dive in specifically on financing through the solar company, through our company, and some of the companies that we use, such as Mosaic and Sunlight and Sonova and others. I know in one of the other videos I said it is possible to have high upfront fees, and that's still the case. But it's also possible to have low upfront fees, in fact, no upfront fees. And it really depends on what your objectives are, what you're trying to get out of the solar system. So we're going to run through three quick scenarios here real quick, and I'm going to try and help see if I can guide you a little bit in terms of what you should be asking yourself and what the objectives that you lay out are and how they correlate to what type of finance vehicle you actually want to enter into. So let's get started. So this is the first scenario where basically what we have is a long-term low interest rate loan. This is a real proposal that we gave to a client recently. This is for a $32,000 solar system. Their power bill was $200. With our solar system, we're going to eliminate of the majority of their solar bill, 90% of solar bill. We're going to get their power bill down to about $20. So as you can see here, what we have is we went from $200 down to $20, and the loan payment is $120. So if we add 120 plus 20, the new payment for this homeowner is $140. So again, 120 plus 20, the new payment is $140. So here, right out of the gates, is that $60 a month monthly savings. And the important part to remember for all three of the scenarios that we're going to talk about is that's a locked-in payment, right? So your $200 a month is not locked in. Your $200 a month is the utility bill, and that's a payment that's going to, a number that's going to go up and up and up and up every year. When we lock into a finance rate, this payment is locked in throughout the duration of the loan term, and then ultimately you're saving money the entire time as the cost of power goes up and your payment stays exactly the same. So the pros to this, again, is the lowest possible payment. You're going to be cash flow positive on day one. The cons to this is that you are going to have that higher upfront cost. At the end of the day, a $32,000 cash price might be the same thing as a $36,000 or $37,000 finance price, because there is a fee, a cost to having this 25-year term at 1.99%. The second scenario is where we have a short-term loan and we're going to have middle to high interest rates, but we're going to pay that system off as quickly as possible, and then ultimately the savings really start to kick in, once we've paid that system off. In fact, in the beginning, your payments might even be a little bit higher than your current power bill, but again, once that system is paid off, right there, bang, there's a ton of savings to be recognized. So this scenario, the pros here are it's the fastest possible payback period. Fastest possible payback period, as well as the fact that this is prepayment friendly. Since there's very low upfront cost, you can pay this off without having to worry about the fact that your prepayment is now going towards loan fees. The cons, of course, again, it could have higher initial payments than what your current utility bill is. And then the third scenario we wanted to just describe is kind of a hybrid of the two, where essentially we take out the long-term loan, but we're going with middle of the road interest rates, let's say 5%. The reason for that is we want to be able to have flexibility, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to pay this system off in 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, but because we have this middle interest rate, there's very low upfront fees. So just like the last scenario, it's okay to pay this off, and we don't have to worry about our payoff dollars going towards loan fees. The con to this is if you do end up holding this throughout the duration of the term, that can be expensive. But again, in all three of these scenarios, we're locking in this solar payment, and as the cost of utility power goes up and up and up, you've got this locked-in payment. So those are the three different scenarios, and we want to help you kind of decide between the three. And the best way to decide between which scenario you want, whether it's the lowest possible payment or the quickest possible payback, is to ask yourself this big question, right? This is kind of the existential question that we ask all of our clients. And it is, do you want to own the system as quickly as possible, or do you want to lock in payments and just replace your power bill? We have both types of customers. Some people want to own it as fast as possible. Some people just want to lock in that power bill, or excuse me, that replacement to their power bill. We are agnostic on the whole thing. We don't make money on the financing. It's done by a separate entity altogether. So for us, it really is, entirely up to you how you want to finance this system. We hope this video helps you a little bit, but by all means, call us or email us anytime and we can kind of walk you through what the different scenarios might look like. But this is the question you have to ask yourself. Do you want to own the system as fast as possible, or do you want the lowest payments possible? So check us out online. We're at sailfishsolar.com. We've been in the solar industry for 15 years here in Florida. We've got a ton of experience. We've seen pretty much everything when it comes to the solar industry in Florida, although there's always new things that surprise us. But when it comes to financing, we really are well versed. We know a lot of different options, and we might be able to show you something that you haven't thought of yet. So visit our website. On there, you'll have our email address and our phone number. Call us or email us anytime. We'd be happy to talk through these options with you, and we hope that making this decision is something that we can facilitate and make easier on you, and ultimately save you money over the long run, because at the end of the day, that's what we're in the solar business for. All right, thanks for stopping by.